Welcome back to the Bryan Devore Connection. I'm your host, Bryan Devore. Taking a unique approach to caring for seniors and their families. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation, and so here with me today to talk about his two different businesses and how he can take care of seniors and their families is my friend, Gus Fernandez. Gus, how are you doing today?
Good, Brian. Thanks for having me here.
My pleasure. So you have a unique perspective, and we're going to talk about how that comes into play in just a little bit about caring for seniors with your two different businesses, not just one.
Yes.
So you have Senior Helpers, which is a home care company, and you also own senior care homes as well. How did you get into both lines of work?
Well, my wife, Jennifer, and I run and own both businesses. In the past, our previous careers were in pharmaceuticals as well as in the health field. So this was kind of a natural progression. More specifically, early in her career, my wife Jennifer worked as a caregiver, and in the 2015 timeframe, she wanted to go back into senior care. And so it started with Senior Helpers back in 2015, and then 6 years later, we came into La Jolla Senior Care Homes.
And it's interesting transition or addition, I guess, from one to the other. Did your work with Senior Helpers kind of inform your decision that we need to do this now as well?
Yes, it was a natural progression. You know, Senior Helpers is focused on helping seniors age in place, and we provide a wide array of services there. However, we noticed that at certain times, despite having 24-hour care, some people just couldn't remain in their home and they needed to find some other type of assisted living. And that's where we started exploring the senior care homes. Basically, it's providing senior care just on the other end of the continuum from in-home care.
Got it. So you said, so Senior Helpers is helping people, sort of age in place. So you have it's a home care company that provides non-medical, is that correct?
Yes, it provides non-medical care. Senior Helpers is focused on in-home care. It's actually one of the original agencies that was founded here in the early 2000s. We are a franchise corporation, a multinational corporation, and one of the first to be able to provide senior care, in-home senior care with critical mass. And so we do that with our team of caregivers. We provide assistance with activities of daily living, such as bathing, cooking, light housekeeping, etc. But we're also specialized in key areas such as Parkinson's care, dementia care. We do a lot of hospice support as well.
Great. And so do you offer 24-hour care as well, or is it different hours?
We do. We're very flexible. The standard model is providing care on an hourly basis, and we do that. When we provide care like that, we'll work at a 4-hour minimum all the way up to 24/7. We've also recently launched more of a concierge type of approach. It's called Flex Home, where instead of working in the traditional hourly sense, we go in with specific objectives in mind. It might be coming in for a half-hour wellness check or an hour shower. We do things specifically for people who may not be able to afford having those minimum number of hours or just want one or two things done.
Got it. And so you may be brought in by the seniors themselves or family members who are concerned about their loved ones.
More often than not, it's family members. They'll find us on the internet, they'll Google us, they'll call up. A lot of times they've tried to take care of their loved ones on their own, and they've just run out of time and bandwidth. And that's where we come into place. But we also get called by various case managers and social workers from rehab facilities, hospitals, that have made recommendations to the families that they should get care. So the need for care comes in from a lot of different directions, but more often than not, it's the family member as opposed to the resident themselves.
Got it. So let's talk about the care homes now. How many do you have, and how are they structured?
Yes, we have 3 homes. They're all on Mount Soledad in La Jolla. One is called Casa Fiesta, the other is La Jolla Vista, and the other is Casa Pacifica. We purchased these homes and the business in the mid-2021 timeframe. We've been researching this area for about 2.5 years. We knew we wanted to try to complement Senior Helpers with another area of the business, and we've been studying the RCFE model for about 2 to 3 years. We purchased these homes. They're all licensed for 6 beds. We take in kind of a higher acuity resident. people with advanced dementia, Parkinson's. Some have various forms of aphasia, a lot of end-of-life cases. These are individuals who need a closer set of eyes than what can be accommodated in a larger community. A lot of times when families think that their loved ones need more eyes on them, so to speak, they'll reach out to us. So we work these homes with a team of caregivers. It's 24/7. The ratio of residents to caregiver never exceeds 3 to 1, so it's a lot of hands-on concierge care.
And so really care homes like yours are coming into play not for someone who's more of an independent senior who's looking for like a senior living community where there's activities and so forth, but it's more of, like you said, the acute level of care where they really need that more hands-on experience where it's not like a 20 to 1 ratio or a 30 to 1 ratio, but it's someone who can really keep their eyes on the person.
Exactly. For those that can live independently or are fairly healthy and can be in a standard or traditional assisted living environment, they're going to thrive in a larger community where there's a lot of interaction, a lot of activities, etc. We certainly have activities and interactions in our homes, but it's for people that have a higher level of acuity, that need more hands-on care than what maybe could be provided in a larger community.
Now, one of the things we talked about before was the consultative approach that you take when working with families. And you come from a different experience situation because you don't just own a home care company. You don't just own these 3 homes. You have both. So how does that come into play with your consultative approach?
Yes, having both businesses gives us a lot of visibility to the broad spectrum of senior care. We know what goes on in assisted living and memory care. We know what goes on in home care. But also, by interacting with our referral partners, we have access and visibility to a lot of different areas within senior care. And so where the consultative approach comes in is that many times we'll get phone calls from family members really desperately looking for help. This is a situation, finding care for a loved one happens once or twice in a lifetime. And it happens fast. Sometimes it just comes out of the blue and people don't know where to go. We do this every day. So we spend a lot of our time taking calls from people and help providing direction, even though they may or may not use our services. We have outreach and visibility to what goes on in the larger communities, the skilled nursing facilities. We can provide recommendations for hospice agencies, home health, as well as estate planning attorneys and fiduciaries.
So it's kind of the whole gamut. And it kind of, the phrase, it takes a village, and you're a very important part of that village. In fact, you fill 2 parts of that village.
Yeah, and it's very fulfilling. And a very fun part of this industry is being able to collaborate with a lot of our other colleagues out there. We're solution-oriented people. We try to collaborate to provide care for seniors, whether or not they utilize our services. So that's kind of where that consultative approach comes in, and that's a big part of what we do.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So your information is on screen, so your phone number is there, the web address as well. It's kind of a longer web address, so be sure you write this down as you're watching this, or pause the video so you can get the full web address there. But learn more about senior helpers, learn more about La Jolla Senior Care Homes. Gus, thank you very much for coming in and sharing all that you do.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.